Hello, amateur anime reviews again. Okay, this time we have Perfect Blue. Perfect Blue is an animation feature that was released in 1997. It was directed by Satoshi Kon, who was also director of film Paprika. And I think he also did a movie called Tokyo Godfathers, which I have not seen. I have seen Paprika, and I really liked it a lot. This film is a direct, well, I should say it's pretty much a straight psychological thriller. There's no supernatural elements to it. There's no science fiction elements to it. It's pretty much a realistic story. It could have been told as a live action movie, but I feel that doing it as an anime, I think it was pretty much a bold move, and it helped push kind of like the boundaries of like what you can do within the film of animation. Perfect Blue is loosely based on a novel by Yoshikazu Takichi. I think that's how you say his name. I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. Basically, the story concerns the struggles of a young celebrity named Mima. She starts out as a lead singer in this kind of like innocent pop group, but then she leaves the group to become an actress. And Mima, she's kind of this person who's kind of naturally shy, kind of reserved. So when she gets this role in this kind of gritty police drama, she's a little shaken up by some of the subject matter, and eventually the script calls for Mima's character to be raped. And although Mima's manager objects, Mima kind of hesitantly agrees to go through with the scene. And so it's like the extremities of dealing with this scene, and then the long hours involved with shooting and then promoting the show eventually begin to take an emotional and mental toll on Mima. And at the same time, there's this fan website that's describing Mima's every move, and that makes her nervous. And then the website goes on to describe all these things she hasn't really done, and then, ascribe to her quote she's never said. But, she doesn't remember doing any things, but at the same time, she's kind of be having these blackouts or whatever. And there's also this kind of mysterious fan that may or may not be stalking her. The film I say for the most part, it pretty marvelously, I should say, plays around with several themes. You're dealing with like pop culture and celebrity, dealing with ideas about image and identity, are really part of the narrative. Are you the person you think you are, or are you the image that other people perceive you as being? A strong thing is fiction versus reality, which is which, and if a person believes the fiction strongly enough, does it then become reality? Stuff like that. And I should mention, along the way in the movie and the story, people start ending up getting dead. So that's where the more thriller mystery type thing starts happening. I feel the script is very tight. It works the way the best stories of this type of genre do. The dialogue and the actions are pretty much plausible in this context. There's a strong building of suspense. The movie structure keeps you guessing at every turn. It kind of plays like, a 70s Brian De Palma film. I'm thinking about stuff like Sisters or Body Double, or maybe even Dressed to Kill a little bit somewhat. And then again, some people are like, well, Brian De Palma is basically ripping off like Alfred Hitchcock. And, I think that works as well. You know what I mean? The animation, I don't know if it's necessarily state of the art, but it's still very, very, very good. It helps tell the story. The character designs are good. The color scheme is appealing, and it helps build the mood of the film. The motion and the body language and compositions and things like that really work really nicely for this film. And let's see here. I didn't know this until recently, but I guess mainstream film director Aaron Aronofsky actually bought the rights to this film like a long time ago, like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years ago, something like that. And there's a visual scene in this movie in Perfect Blue that is directly recreated in Darren's movie, Requiem for a Dream, which came out, roughly 10 years ago. And, I watched it, I'm like, oh my goodness, because it's directly the same visual composition, you know what I mean? And I've seen other places where people have kind of like noticed similarities between Perfect Blue and Darren's movie that came out in 2010 called Black Swan, which was really critically acclaimed. So, there's that. All in all, I think this is a very interesting film. It's very good. It's very compelling. It's very suspenseful. And, whether you want to compare it to other animated films or other live action movies, I'd say it's probably one of the best in this genre. So, definitely check it out if you have a chance. Once again, tell me what you think. Tell me if you've seen it. Tell me if you think I'm wrong, if I'm right, whatever. And I guess that's it. Thanks a lot, and you have a great one.